Okay, we have made it. We have made it to the neutral cards, the fun neutral cards. Let's start with the 9 mana cards. There were no 10 mana cards in this set, which is interesting. So, 9 mana cards. 9 mana, 2/4, Dragon Hatcher. At the end of your turn, recruit a dragon. So, the stats are pretty terrible for mana cost, but this could be easily in a big deck. I mean, if you pull this off Barnes, you're not sad, because then it pulls out your Ysera or another high-value dragon. So I definitely think it could see play in a big card deck. For that reason, I gave it a 3. It's still so understated, but you're guaranteed probably to get some good value off a dragon from it. I think it's a 3. It'll be in some big decks. I don't think it's going to be in every big deck. Alright, next card is a 9 mana 5/5 legendary minion, Master Oakheart. Battlecry, recruit a 1, 2, and 3 attack minions. This card has so many cool applications because it's not mana value, it's attack. So there's plenty of high value cards that you could get off this. I mean, you could get the Dragon Hatcher. People were talking about this with Hadronox, which is a good one to pull for 3 attack for sure. I think this card is very, very, very good and will definitely see play and control slow big decks. It's just very good. The problem is you don't want to pull this out on like a Barnes or like, you know, a Yashiraj or something, but the value is undeniable. I gave it a 4. 4 stars. Alright, next card is the 9 mana 4/12 Dragon, Sleepy Dragon, Taunt. Not that exciting of a card, but I think a good card nonetheless. It's a lame Ysera, lame Malagos. But the Taunt is relevant. I think in Arena it's very good. In Constructed, it might find its way into some dragon decks or some big decks, but I think it's a 3. It's just not insane, it's not terrible. High health taunts are no joke, but there's other better cards you could play on 9. It's similar to Giant Mastodon in certain respects, and Giant Mastodon never saw play. So maybe because it's a dragon it sends it over the top. Hard to say. I gave it a 3. Okay. Next card is 8 mana 4/7, Grand Archivist. At the end of your turn, cast a spell from your deck, targets chosen randomly. So you have to be very careful with this card. It's very similar to Tortolan Primalist. It's a meme card. It's not going to see competitive play. I give it a 2. It's a meme. That's all I have to say about that. Could see play potentially in like big mage, but Firelands portaling your own face is pretty bad for 8 mana. Okay, next card. 8 mana legendary minion, 8 mana 5/5, King Togwaggle. Battlecry, swap decks with your opponent, give them the ransom spell to swap back. I think most people have seen this card already. I think it's very, very cool. It's a very cool meme card. There's so much potential combos there. I gave it a 2 because I don't think it's competitively viable, but I love it as a meme, so 2. Alright, next card we've all seen. 8 mana 6/6 Mare the Fox. Battlecry, summon a 0/8 Treasure Chest for your opponent. Break it for awesome loot. I think we all know that card. It's just okay. It's a fun card. It's a meme card. I'm going to give it a 2 as well. Not much to say about that. Alright, next card is 8 mana 7/7 Beast, Violet Worm. Death Rattle, summon 7 1/1 grubs. So the value is undeniable. The stats are insane for 8 mana. It's slow. I think it's good in Arena. I think it's actually insane in Arena. It's very similar to Sated Threshodon in Arena, and Sated Threshodon's a very good Arena pick. So I think this will see a lot of play in Arena. And the Beast is nice for Druid and Hunter as well. So very good. Very good Arena card. Constructed, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced it will see constructed play. So I gave it a 3. It has definite value, but not enough value. Next card is a 7 mana 5/5 Beast, Corridor Creeper. Costs 1 less whenever a minion dies while this is in your hand. So it's a little similar to Nerubian Prophet. I think it's actually pretty good, and the fact that it's a beast is pretty nice too. It could potentially be like a thing from below type card for like Hunter or something. I still think it's probably a 3. I don't think it'll see that much competitive play. Maybe some experimentation early, but I think it will fall out of favor. It's kind of an optimistic card, so 3. Alright, next card is a 7 mana 3/3 Silver Vanguard. Death Rattle, recruit an 8 cost minion. So it's a very specific recruit, but playing this on 7 as a Death Rattle is very slow. I think it's too slow. If your opponent bone mares you and you play this, it's just like, what are you doing? So I gave it a 2. It's too slow. Alright, next card is a 6 mana 4/10 Taunt, Hungry Eaten, Battlecry, summon a random 2-cost minion for your opponent. I think this card is very, very good. Insane almost. In Arena, this card is like broken. It's so good. In Constructed, I think this will see constructed play. To be honest, I'm gonna give it a 4. I think it can easily be put in big decks as an anti-aggro tool early. It's the 10 health taunt is no joke for 6. That's crazy. It's very, very good. Similar to Hungry Dragon, but Hungry Dragon didn't have taunt. 4 stars. Alright, next card is a 6 mana 4/4 Spiteful Summoner. Battlecry, reveal a spell from your deck, summon a random minion with the same cost. This obviously has great application in like a big spell mage deck. And for that reason, I'm giving it a 4. I think it's very good in that deck. Okay, next card. It's a 5 mana 4/4 Elemental, Arcane Tyrant. Costs 0 if you've cast a spell that costs 5 or more this turn. So it's actually somewhat reminiscent of Inkmaster Solia. I think it's actually even better Inkmaster Solia. And that sees play in some Frostless Jaina decks. So I gave this a 4. I think it's very good. I think it'll definitely see play in a big mage deck, big spell mage deck. Alright, next card is 5 mana 4/6 Carnivorous Cube. Battlecry, destroy a friendly minion, Death Rattle, summon 2 copies of it. This card definitely shines in Wild. Like, if you do this on Sylvanas, like, good luck to your opponent. You could obviously do this with, like, an egg now. There's definitely some combos there. It's very, very slow. I'm not sure it'll see enough play in Constructed Standard. I'm going to give it a 2 for meme potential. Alright, next card. 5 mana 5/5 Corrosive Sludge. Battlecry, destroy your opponent's weapon. We have a new weapon destroyer. This one's pretty expensive, but it's just another weapon destroyer. I don't think this will see play. I think Acidic Ooze is just better. It's easier to play. I'm going to give it a 3. Nothing too exciting there. Alright, next card is a 5 mana 2/2 Battlecry, give adjacent minions +2/+2. I mean, obviously, if you have 2 minions on board, you get pretty good value off this. I think it's too slow. I think you would rather play Cobalt Scalebane, where we only have to have 1 minion. Like, I mean, this is essentially a 5 mana 6/6 worth of stats, but Cobalt Scalebane is a 5 mana 8/5 worth of stats, and has less requirement. So I think Scalebane is just better. That's just my opinion. I gave it a 2. The requirement of 2 minions to get value is just harder than Scalebane. I think Scalebane's better. Alright, next card. It's a 5 mana 1/1 Furbowl Mossbinder. Battlecry, transform a friendly minion into a 6/6 elemental. So essentially it's a 5 mana 7/7 if you have something on the board that you can transform. It seems pretty good. I don't know if it's constructed good. But like using this like on a totem and shaman or something is obviously pretty valuable. 5 mana 7/7 is nothing to laugh at. I'm still going to give it a 3. I don't think it's good enough. Let's put it that way. Alright, next card is a 5 mana 3/3 Green Jelly. At the start of your turn, summon a 1/2 Ooze with Taunt. So it's like Hogger Light, right? And Hogger doesn't see any play. And neither will this. So Green Jelly is a 2. 2 for being a mini Hogger. Alright, next card is 5 mana 2/4 Guild Recruiter. Battlecry, recruit a minion that costs 4 or less. The stats are just too bad. It's not worth playing at 5 mana 2/4, I don't think. Because mana costs, not attack. So, it's not terrible, but I don't think it will see play. 1 star. Alright. Next card is a 5 mana 1/5 Taunt Poisonous Trog Gloom Eater. I mean, it looks like it's very expensive, but the effect actually is not that bad. The problem is, in Constructed, people have spells that can deal with this. In Arena, people don't. So in Arena, I think this is actually a pretty good card. It's similar to Venomancer, but Venomancer doesn't have Taunt. So I think in Arena, this is very good. In Constructed, there's too many spells that get rid of it. It's not good enough. I'll give it a 2. Next card is a 4 mana 5/1 Cursed Disciple, Death Rattle, summon a 5/1 Revenant. So it's essentially a double Magma Rager. The problem I see with this card is decks like Tempo Rogue right now have so many little chargers and so many pingable, things that I don't think it's very good. I don't. I think it's a 2. Make sure I have that right on my list. Actually, I give it a 1. I give it a 1 on my list. I'll give it a 1. 1 star. All right. Next card is a 4 mana 3/4 dragon. Ebon Dragonsmith. Battlecry. Reduce the cost of a random weapon in your hand by 2. It's a neutral, so that's pretty interesting. There are some high value weapons. I mean, if you've got this like on Gorehowl or something, or where I think this card may shine, even though it's not that big of a card, is maybe even Warrior, where the cost is 8 mana. So cheating that weapon out earlier isn't that bad. I don't think it belongs in Dragon Priest because the weapon is already pretty cheap in Dragon Priest. So it's kind of iffy. I gave it a 3. I'm not sure where it exactly fits in, but the value is undeniable. Alright, next card is a 4 mana 5/6 dragon, Hoarding Dragon, Death Rattle, give your opponent 2 coins. So very similar to Hungry Dragon, where you summoned a 1-cost minion for your opponent instead of giving them 2 coins this time. Hungry Dragon never really saw play, and I don't think this will either. Giving your opponent 2 coins is usually pretty bad. You could try it as a mill deck, but I don't think that's going to work. So I gave Hoarding Dragon a 2. I don't think it's good enough. Alright, next card is a 4 mana 3/6 Kobold Monk. Your hero can't be targeted by spells or hero power. It's not a terrible card, but I don't think it's good enough. I gave it a 3. It has some applications, but I don't think it's good enough. It's kind of like, it's almost like Mindbreaker in that sense, where Mindbreaker sees some play against certain decks, but I don't know, it doesn't seem good enough. There's other 4s. Alright, next card is a 4 mana 3/3 Beast, Shimmering Courser. Only you can target this with spells and hero power. So obviously this is very good in Paladin, in a buff Paladin list. This was prevalent in the reveal stream with Day 9. It seemed good there. I'm not sure it's that good. I'm not convinced. I'm going to give it a 2. I think it's in a very specific deck. It has an opportunity to shine, but I don't know. I don't think so. Alright, next card is a 4 mana 4/4 Shroom Brewer, Battlecry, restore 4 health. So very similar to Earthing Ring Farseer. Earthing Ring Farseer isn't really seen right now, but of course it was seen in the past in Miracle Rogue, sometimes even in Warlock. So this is 1 mana more for 1/1 buff and 1 more health. Does that make it better than Farseer? Probably not. It's probably about the same as Farseer in my mind. I'm going to give it a 3 because Farseer sees some play, so this might too. It's just, it's obviously worse to me than Anti-Keelbot, the 5 mana 3/3 restore 8 to your hero. This does have targetable health, but I'm not convinced. I'm going to give it a 3. Alright, next card is a 4 mana 2/2 Demon, Sneaky Devil, Neutral Demon, Stealth. Your other minions have +1 attack. So it's similar to Raid Leader, and Raid Leader is terrible. I think this is terrible as well. It doesn't have a place. It's too much. It costs too much for the effect. So I'm going to give it a 1. It's not going to see play. Next card's an exciting one. 4 mana 20/20 The Darkness. Starts dormant. Battlecry. Shuffle 3 candles into your enemy's deck. When drawn, this awakens. So it's pretty hard to pull off. But it's such a cool card. It's such a meme card. I wouldn't be sad if I opened this because I think it's so much fun. I'm going to give it a 2 for a meme rating. Let's see. Next card is a 3 mana 3/2 Boisterous Bard, Battlecry. Give your other minions +1 health. It's not a terrible card. In Arena, I think it's very strong. I'm not so convinced in standard constructed play. I just don't think it's good enough. I'll give it a 2. Alright, next card. It's a 3 mana 4/3 Dragon Slayer. Battlecry, deals 6 damage to a dragon. So this is the Kobold Scalebane Destroyer. I think it might actually see a lot of play because I think Dragon Priest is going to be a thing. It could even take down a Dustbreaker. It overkills Dustbreaker, but I'm going to give it as a 5 as a tech card because I think Dragon Priest will be that prevalent. So 5-star neutral card. Next card. 3 mana 3/3 Fungal Enchanter. Battlecry, restore 2 health to all friendly characters. Doesn't seem too bad. It's like Dark Scale Healer. I think that's what that card's called. The 4/5 that does the same thing. I don't think it's good enough. 2 stars. Next card is a 3 mana 2/1 Kobold Apprentice. Battlecry, deal 3 damage randomly split among all enemies. So you think Mad Bomber right off the bat, but this only has 1 health and it costs 1 more, but it can't hit your face or your own minions, so there's a little bit of upside, but the 1 health just kills this card. It's not good enough. I gave it a 1. Next card, Lone Champion, is a 3 mana 2/4. Battlecry, if you control no other minions, gain Taunt and Divine Shield. So obviously you'd only play this if you have no other minions. And in that case, you do get a lot of value, but I think Tar Creeper is just a better card. So I don't think it will see play. I give it a 1. Alright, next card. It's a 3 mana 1/3 Rummaging Kobold. Battlecry, return 1 of your destroyed weapons to your hand. So this could obviously see play in Weapons Rogue. I don't think it has too much application outside of that. I mean, the idea is that you could return your legendary weapon to your hand, but legendary weapons cost so much, this would take a while to play. It might see play in some of those decks. I'm not convinced. I gave it a 2. Alright, next card is a 3 mana 1/1 Sewer Crawler. Battlecry, summon a 2/3 Giant Rat. That's a 1-star card. Let's move on. Yep, 1 star. Alright, next card is a 3 mana 1/2 Shrieking Shroom. Has fantastic card art. At the end of your turn, summon a random 1-cost minion. It's actually not that bad. It could see play in like a zoo deck, but I'm not so sure it will. I gave it a 2. It's not bad, it's not good. Okay, next card. It's a 3 mana 1/1 Beast, Stone Skin Basilisk, Divine Shield Poisonous. This card is insane in Arena. Very, very good in Arena. In Constructed, probably won't ever see play. I'm going to give it a 2. Next card. 3 mana 0/4 Toothy Chest. At the start of your turn, set this minion's attack to 4. So it's very similar to Validated Doomsayer, which doesn't see any play. It has synergy with Meat Wagon, so it's kind of a meme card, but it won't see play. 1 star. Next card. 3 mana 3/3 Demon Void Ripper. Battlecry, swap the attack and health of other... excuse me. Battlecry, swap the attack and health of all other minions. So it's essentially a confuse effect. This could definitely see play in a Silence Priest or an Inner Fire Divine Spirit Priest. I'm going to give it a 4 based on that. Based on being in that deck, because Confuse is not in Standard anymore, and this could definitely do it. Alright, the next card is a 3 mana 2/2 Zola the Gorgon. It's a legendary card. Battlecry, choose a friendly minion, add a golden copy of it to your hand. I love that it's a golden copy. That's very cool. But this could definitely have applications in Quest Rogue. It's also just like another Shadow Step effect. You know, there's a lot of applications with Shadow Step effects. So this card I think is actually quite good. I'm going to give it a 4. All right. Let's move on to the Power Creep card. 2 mana 2/3 Beast, Plated Beetle, Death Rattle, gain 3 armor. Obviously a very good arena card. I don't think it finds its way into Constructed play, even though it's obviously like a huge improvement to like River Crocolisk, you know. But I don't think it sees play out of Arena. So I'm going to give it a 2, even though it's a very good card. Power Creep card, I should say. 2 mana 1/2 Scorp-O-Matic. It's a mech as well for whatever reason. Battlecry, destroy a minion with 1 or less attack. I actually don't think that card's that bad because it can directly target Firefly, which is such a common turn 1 play right now. I don't think it'll see that much play, but I'm going to give it a 3 stars anyway. The next card I'm actually very excited about. 1 mana 1/3 Beast, Dire Mole. No text, just a 1/3 Beast. I think this card finds its way into Aggro Druid and Hunter lists all over the place. I think it's very, very strong, even though it's very, very boring. I'm going to give it a 5 stars. For a 1 mana 1/3 Beast with no text, 5 stars. Next card is a 1 mana 1/1 Feral Gerberer. I think that's how you say it. Feral Gerberer. After this minion attacks a hero, add a copy of it to your hand. It's a meme card. This actually could be very good in Arena if your opponent can't answer it, because you get a lot of value off of it. But not in Constructed. It won't see any Constructed play. So 1 star for memes. I'm not even going to give it a 2. 1 star. It's not even a good meme. Alright, and a 1 mana 2/3 Gravel Snout Knight, Battle Cry, summon a random 1-cost minion for your opponent. So it has Zombie Chow stats, but it's not quite Zombie Chow. You could definitely get punished by giving your opponent a 1-cost minion. In Arena, I think it's very good. In Constructed, I don't think it'll see play. I'm going to give it a 3, even though I think it's good, but it's not good enough. And the last card is a 1 mana 0/2 Elemental, for some reason. Wax Elemental, Taunt Divine Shield. It's a less annoying Annoyotron. But the 1 attack in Annoyotron actually matters. Having 0 attack is, I don't know, it's like mirror image in Mage. Like, that's not seeing constructed play other than being discovered. So I'm going to give it a 1. Not enough impact. And that's the set, guys. Thank you for watching my review. I'm very excited about the set. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of meme cards, a lot of combo cards. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I really appreciate it. See you guys later.